Peronat. The burrs on the application surface, especially on the surfaces such as exposed concrete, must be cleaned. Afterwards, the dust on the surface should be cleaned with a brush. Dry and overheated surfaces should be wetted before application. Concrete and exposed concrete surfaces can be cleaned by washing off the mold oil that reduces adhesion, but then the surface should be allowed to absorb water completely. Pour 6 to 6.5 litres of clean water into the clean container, where the mixture will be prepared. Make sure that the container is clean and that no set, frozen plaster remains in or around the container in case the mortar is repeated. Keep in mind that if the set plaster enters the newly mixed mortar, this may shorten the setting time and may adversely affect the setting time. Open the bag and pour 10 kilograms of the powdered product into the container, where the mixture will be prepared. Wait for approximately 2 to 3 minutes for the powdered plaster to absorb water. Continue mixing with a hand mixer or trowel for at least 2 minutes until the homogeneous mixture is obtained. Mix the mortar in the container in such a way that there are no lumps in it until it reaches the consistency of dough. Be aware that mixing for longer than the required amount of time may initiate setting time and reduce processing time and ease of use. For Peronat, the approximate gypsum to water ratio is 10 kilograms powdered gypsum to 6 to 6.5 litres of water, and start the application after the mixture is completed. Warning: use the mortar in the container within 1 hour. Apply the prepared plaster mortar on the surface by taking sufficient amount on the plaster shovel with the help of a clean steel trowel. Apply the plaster on the plaster shovel by pressing from bottom to top. When the desired application thickness is reached with the help of the plaster strips, according to the smoothness of the surface, make the application area with a gauge or wide surface trowel from the bottom to top by pressing the plaster strip lays. Fill the gaps, if any, by removing the excess mortar on the gauge with a plaster trowel. Complete the screeding so that there are no gaps in the application surface. Remove the plaster strip lays after the plaster starts to harden. Fill the lathe gaps with Peronat mortar. Depending on the need, you can apply a second coat at the end of the appropriate waiting period. However, when applying 2 coats, the second application should not be started before the first application is set. As a result of the application of the second coat without waiting for the setting time of the first coat, there is high possibility of roughness and cracks on the surface. For the second coat, mix the Peronat on satin glazing plaster and add it to the water in the container where the mixture will be prepared. Thanks to Peronat's special formula, you can prepare the mixture without sifting Peronat Perlite hand plaster. Continue mixing with a hand mixture or trowel for a minimum of 2 minutes and a maximum of X minutes until the homogeneous mixture is obtained. Apply the prepared gypsum mortar to the surface by taking a sufficient amount on a clean steel trowel. Apply the plaster mortar to the surface with a steel trowel at least 1.5 mm thick. Thinner application may cause scratches on the surface. After the application is completed, do not forget to clean the container and hand tools for the next use.